finally happened. We finally got a Mario RPG on Nintendo Music, and it's Thousand Year Door of all games, my favorite game of all time. So I am really happy and really glad that we finally got a Mario RPG on here. I know this kind of seems trivial in the grand scheme of things because they were going to add this at some point, but the thing is, I made it a bit on Blue Sky that post memes every day since November of last year until a Mario RPG was added to Nintendo Music. Like Paper Mario, Mario & Luigi, and Super Mario RPG memes, like all sorts of different things. But I'm glad that this finally concluded, and it's the perfect game to kind of end that off with Thousand Year Door. So I wanted to check this out and kind of talk about it a little bit, since I am kind of the Thousand Year Door guy. So of course I'm going to talk about this. This is something that I've been wanting for almost a year. It's crazy that it took this long too. I feel like the output of Nintendo Music is extremely slow, and I feel like we would have gotten this sooner if they released games like 2 or 3 times a week rather than once a week. But the thing is, they actually added both the original version and the remake. I mean, of course they were going to add the remake, but the original version is really nice to see, especially for people who prefer the original soundtrack. I prefer the remake soundtrack, but I also still love the original. But I wanted to take a look at this here. So I think they're kind of like split off into 2 games, because the remake soundtrack is different enough to be considered its own thing, I would say. So this is just really cool. And we even have the characters too, like Miss Mouse, Flurry, Yoshi, Vivian, Goombella, Bobbery, Koops, the X-Nauts, and then the existing Mario characters. But I remember one time I made a post that, like, when we were gonna get, like, the Mario RPGs, we'll have, like, playlists for the specific characters, but then someone said, like, oh, you're just coping, Nintendo will never acknowledge these characters. But look at this! We have a Vivian playlist. Of course it's gonna be one of my favorites. I mean, a lot of songs in here, too. The ones that I was probably expecting to see in a Vivian playlist. Let's see what Yoshi has. Not as many, but still some pretty fitting ones there. And Goombella actually has a decent amount of ones here. Like a lot of the Rogueport themed ones. And I think the fact that the original game was added on here also helps as well. But there's also, like, some other things, too. Of course, they have to go into the papery stuff. As they do with, like, Paper Mario games and everything, like with advertising. But they have a whole playlist of battle themes, which is really nice. Like, even the Think variants, the victory themes, everything here. That's pretty nice. But yeah, 275 tracks. It's definitely 13 hours of music. This is definitely a pretty beefy soundtrack here. One of the better ones that we've gotten on Nintendo Music. That's why I was really hoping we'd get this at some point, because there's a ton of music to listen to here. Definitely more substantial than most games, but yeah, most, I think, if not everything, is here. I don't think they left anything out. At least I hope not. So, it's really nice to see, like, so many things here. Even the Japanese version. Of course, you won't be able to hear it, but, like, you can see the screenshot there. It has the Japanese version of the title screen. I wonder if in the original game they have the unused music, because sometimes they do that sometimes. Yeah, because it says, like, all of the tracks are here, and they also do, like, the same playlists, but for the original game. It's cool that they went out of their way to get, like, screenshots from the original game as well. Like you could see here, like, Pianta Parlor. It's cool that Nintendo kind of went back and, like, got all these screenshots here. That's pretty cool. But I'm just gonna check, see if they added, like, any of the unused themes. I'm not sure. I know there were, like, a couple soundtracks on Nintendo Music that did that. I can understand why Thousand Year Door wouldn't. I don't think they've done that with, like, many Mario games. I was just thinking, because I guess, like, the demo title theme would be kind of comparable to, like, a trailer theme a little bit. But still, really cool to see. And I'm really glad that this is here. We aren't getting new music next week, which is pretty disappointing. I don't know why. Like, I know we're getting 2 here, but still, I feel like the drip feed is very slow for this. So that is a little disappointing there, but I am very happy that we finally have Thousand Year Door on here. And yep, it kind of shows it like as a Nintendo Switch game, and then when you scroll down, also shows it on GameCube too. The fourth GameCube game added, so that's pretty good. So I'm hoping that we'll see more Mario RPGs on here soon, like Brothership, Superstar Saga, Paper Mario 64, even Origami King would be great to see, since that's also one of my favorite Paper Mario soundtracks. But man, I am just so happy that Thousand Year Door is on here now, because I've just been waiting so long for this. But let me know what you think down in the comments. And anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!